Safety experts say their message is simple. Look before you lock. And if you need more of a reminder, put something like your purse or your cell phone in the back seat. So with these new chip cards, it creates a unique strand every time you make a transaction. So it's harder for would-be robbers to copy and easier for you to keep track of your purchases. So everything from big buys to your everyday purchase at your vending machines are safer. And before you make that special purchase, you want to be sure to try on a few dresses just to make sure you get that look just right. And make sure the dress complies with your school's dress code, even if it has cutouts. Also, a styling tip, try not to overdo it with the accessories. A day of fun in the sun turned tragic here in Banana Bend as a 12-year-old boy witnesses his own father drown. Experts say you may see brown needles, and especially underneath the tree and near the tree trunk. But if you see browning on the outside, that could be a bad sign that your tree is dry and won't last long inside. Delayed because of government red tape, iPhone 6s are ending up in droves on the black market in China, selling for 10 times as much as you could buy them here in an Apple store in the US. So when it comes to staging, you don't want to forget the yard because that's the first thing people see. Some of the tips we have are to make sure the walkways are updated and clear, that greenery is trimmed, and be sure to add a pop of color. Just don't overdo it so that it doesn't look high maintenance. Banana Bend is usually lively and inviting, but this normal day of fun in the sun turned tragic for one family as a 12-year-old boy watches his own father drown.
I think he tripped on, and then he was grabbing me from here, right? Like I couldn't breathe anymore, so I went up, and he just stopped. He just stopped. He was grabbing me from here, then he stopped and couldn't swim.
34-year-old Gustavo Mendoza was in the water with his son Carlos when he fell into a hole lurking in the Sandra Center River. Neither of them could swim.
Bad. Just me feel. Both family members and witnesses say it happened so fast no one had time to see any commotion or react. And family members can only hope to think what could have happened if more help could have gotten to him.
There's no lifeguards here. Somebody drowns, who's going to save them? Who's going to go in the water?
Recent floods have made the waters even more dangerous. Sheriff's deputies say they couldn't find Mendoza's body for 30 minutes.
The river out here, you could be in 4 foot of water and take a step and you're in 14 foot of water. There's a lot of holes out there.
There are warning signs everywhere, but deputies say drownings happen all too often out here, and if you can't swim, to stay out of the water. As for Carlos, he just wants his dad back.
We have plans of going to Chicago this on Christmas. And I was going to have a sister. But he was so glad, but he's never going to see her.
In Banana Bend, I'm Priscilla Realhaus. As heat advisories continue to pop up across the country, it's a reminder of the deadly dangers of leaving kids in hot cars.
It's heartbreaking when we see these situations where a child unfortunately has lost their life because of just a mistake, an accident, and it can happen to anybody.
Doctors say when a child's temperature reaches 103 degrees, they're in serious danger. At 107 degrees, the temperature is considered lethal.
Adults have a better ability to sweat, perspire. Their body can regulate their temperature more so than a child.
It can take as little as 15 minutes for a child to overheat in a car.
Across the country, 23 children have lost their lives to heat stroke. Alarming considering in all of last year, 25 kids died in hot cars.
There have already been 5 heat-related deaths of children, heat stroke of children in Texas this year. It's way more than we should have.
More than 80% of hot car deaths are accidents, according to NoHeatStroke.org.
There was no intent. Things get busy in life. You're busy in vehicles. There's so many different opportunities for listening to music, podcasts, iPhones today, and parents have a tendency to forget.
Now new technology is emerging to help parents.
Setting alarms, setting notifications on your phone. There's a number of apps available now.
Safety experts say their message is simple. Look before you lock. And if you need more of a reminder, put something like your purse or your cell phone in the back seat.
Take your left shoe off. It sounds silly, but you're not going to walk away from your car without your shoe on.
And if you see a child locked in a hot car, act quickly.
First of all, call 911. If you have to break the glass, do whatever it takes to take the kid out. Remove them to a cooler environment as quickly as possible. Give them fluids if they're able to take fluids.
In Houston, I'm Priscilla Realhaus. It was a sunny day last fall. James Fayette and his 18-month-old son Luke were taking a stroll through Riverside Park. Then they were attacked by a knife-wielding man.
Regrettably, he caught up with me, grabbed me by the shoulders, and stabbed me in the chest 2 times and slashed my son's arm. It was really very surreal. As it was happening, I really couldn't believe that it was happening. It felt like I was almost kind of watching a movie from the outside.
In the final quarter of 2013, 3 parks accounted for 60% of all crime: Central Park, Riverside Park, and Flushing Meadows Corona Park in Queens. While it's not clear why crime in parks spiked last year, Susan Ryan, whose husband was a crime victim, has a theory: not enough cops.
Part of the reason that crime has gone up is because, there's no park enforcement patrol.
Nina Coveney from the Bryant Park Corporation says a better designed and maintained park can help deter crime naturally.
Having more eyes on the street and more people in the park essentially eliminates the perception that it's an unsafe place and eliminates the opportunity for crime.
Help is on the way as the mayor and city council go through proposals that can improve maintenance and strengthen security. Priscilla Realhaus, Columbia News Tonight.